Good morning. Great morning. The sun's out and it quit raining finally last night. This is how you should have coffee every morning.
Salamander?
Yeah. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Right here? I got you. Yeah, I did. It just takes forever to get across it. Like going so slow.
They didn't go where we went.
Okay, well, I'm not sure why they call it Breathed Mountain. But I can give you my angle on it. So we slept in this morning. We were fighting rain all night. I finally got the fire going. And it finally quit raining. And this morning it was beautiful out. The river was definitely running high. And then obviously had a nice cup of coffee by the river. So this is awesome.
This way.
Is that which way I want to go across?
The newbie at Dolly Sods, these guys have already been here several times. Aside from this, ready for trails that are wet, rocky, and challenging to follow. Ready for difficult stream crossings. Able to use a map and compass, prepared for unpredictable weather. This is all 100% true. Never ends. It's rocks after rocks after rocks after muddy trails. So I gotta tell you, the trail that we took, that breath trail up to here, that is probably the hardest trail I've hiked ever in my life. It doesn't help that it's raining constantly here too. All right, enough of that. I'm gonna sign off here before I break my ankle. This is the trail, and that's the stream. Can you tell the difference? So this is night number 2, and it is still what?
Raining.
This place is brutal. And then what's really weird is you come over here to get out of the rain, and then the gnats attack you. So we're going to try and start a fire. This is what we're dealing with, is the wettest wood known to mankind.
Yeah, that is.
How wet's the wood out here, Brad?
Everything is wet.
It's just soaked.
Socks.
Everything.
Yeah. Everything wet.
Socks, shoes, shirts, backpacks, everything. I mean, look at this. Kind of dry.
How better than Detroit, I think. Especially if you could do it all in like a weekend or something.
All right.
You're like 43 miles, I think, of trails.
All right, so I'm gonna show you one little trick. If you have a ball cap or a hat, one little thing you can do, especially if you're trying to get kindling and small pieces of starter for the fire. I'll show you a little trick you can use. Just take your hat, take a piece of your tinder that you've batoned, and then you don't want to strike the knife with the wood, okay? You want to hold the knife still and bring the wood towards you. And then what that does is allows you to put all these curls in your hat where they're nice and dry. And if it's a little damp, you can always put the hat on, and the heat from your head will dry this stuff out. So there you can see I got a nice little pile going in there.
Crazy. Put the light on?
I have no idea what we call this. What are we gonna call this? The Christmas tree of wet socks.
Virginia clothes dryer.
That's a good one. The West Virginia clothes dryer. There you go.
Let me leave my light on.
Yeah, oh, you can see it. West Virginia clothes dryer. Had to ask Brad what day we were on. I said 2, and he's like, we're on day 3. All right, so we're packed up. The nice thing is the pack is getting smaller and lighter, And I got to say, I learned a lot on this trip of stuff that I don't need to bring. I mean, the issue is, I'm more of like a backpacker, camper, bushcrafter type guy, and this is definitely where you want to go lightweight. So I think coming in here with food and water, I was around 26, 27 pounds, but even that, I think for this terrain was just way too heavy. Plus I was water heavy, and you don't need to be water heavy here because there's a water crossing about every half mile. Yeah, every 10 feet there's water. If you can't get water in Dolly Sods, you're not in Dolly Sods. So day 3's hike, walking through some pretty nice areas of the trail. Not a whole lot of rocks. Not as brutal as yesterday. The sun's out, there's a nice breeze. Couldn't ask for a better day. So guys, this is Dolly Sods. Wow.
I have to go to this to see that. So if that's 0.6, that's 0.4, 0.3, 0.4. So like I said, yes, if we walk half a mile and then find it, we just turn around and go back, or we don't even do it.
So as rough as this trail is, it's absolutely worth it for something like this. I don't think the camera's gonna do that justice at all. That is so cool. That's where we're going. Alex is the expert, so he's going first. Whew. This is steep. Ah. All right. We are here at one of the main attractions. Oh, wow. Ho, 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 ho. Definitely worth the trip. My video will not be able to do this justice. No way, no how.
Like going to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah.
Did you see it?
But you can't, I mean, taking pictures and does not do it justice.
There's no point of crossing this.
Wow.
Leave my pack. I can't imagine they could take it. I'm not a big heights person.
Wow. This is incredible. Whew. You can definitely feel the elevation change too. Truly amazing. Oh. That wind is so strong, I can barely hold the camera still. Yay! Made it.
No longer Lion's Head. All over.
I did.
Yeah, see where it broke off? It's
Oh yeah, it's gone.
It looks like the tip of the nose broke off.
Hello.
You're right.
Oh, sounds so good.
Yeah, this looks doable.
This is their crossing.
It'll be a double crossing.
Okay, so this is the situation. There we go. We're gonna cross this. Yeah, it's saying this is crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, that is a pretty strong current right there. All right, so my plan is now to go over the log. Trekking pole in there. Yeah. Have some of that, Dolly. Yeah? You like how you like me now? Now how do I get up this hill? All right, so we all survived the river crossing. And in typical fashion here, it started raining on the second crossing. So that made things even more interesting. So now we are here. Boop. Boom. Hey, this section of the trail is kind of odd. There's rocks here. All right, here's home for tonight. Alex's choice. Okay, so I'll show you my setup. So I have a quilt, the Costco quilt, and then on the bottom I use a hair tie or hair band to wrap that around the bottom, and it kind of gives me a foot box. Then I have a very lightweight long sleeve dry tech shirt, a wool beanie, a pair of wool socks, a pair of shorts, a down jacket. Then I use my buff to put around my pillow so it's a little softer, and then that's just the plastic bag I use to put in my backpack to keep everything dry. But that's it. One thing I forgot that was in my pack, the Frog Togs bottoms, rain pants. That's just in case it gets a little chilly. It's not supposed to get below like 60, 58 degrees tonight, but if it does, I can always put those on. That'll keep my legs warm. So tonight it looks like we're gonna have a real fire. How fun was the fire last night, Alex?
It was so awesome. So enjoyable.
Yeah, it was a fire.
We could keep it going. It was like every 10 minutes it would be great, and then it would fizzle out.
If it had been a breeze, I think it would have got done.
More wind and less rain.
Yeah, you know, make it up.
Really nice morning. I'm whispering because everyone else is still sleeping. is a toasted peanut butter tortilla. All right, last day we're hiking out. It's about a half-mile hike out. And then we're gonna go get burritos.
I'm not sure I am.
Brad's a maybe. All right, last day and we are headed out. Like I said previously, it's about I think we're about a half mile from the vehicle. So we did a kind of a 2-vehicle method with this trip. So Brad parked at where we started, and then I'm parked where we're gonna end, and then we'll drive back and get his vehicle. So, which is pretty cool because then you don't have to truly do a loop to get back to your vehicle. So we got to see a little more diverse trails at Dolly Sods. But it's a beautiful morning, no rain, and I think this is how Dolly Sods sucks you in, because when we got here and started our hike, it was really nice. Sun was out, nice open meadows. For the most part, the trail was somewhat dry, and then maybe bam, out of nowhere, here comes the rain and thunderstorms. And then it rained a little bit yesterday, and it stopped. We got a small drizzle last night, and this morning it's absolutely beautiful. So it's almost like it wants you to think that this is easy and the weather's perfect, because on the way out, that's what you're gonna remember. All right, so this is the end of the trail. I think the trucks are right up there, or right there. This was a great trip. Very intense, especially with the rain and mud. I mean, there's a lot of rain. Trails were very difficult. Probably some of the hardest hiking I've ever done. There were a lot of people out here, which was not too surprising, but more so than what I'm hearing is normal for this time of year. And I think a lot of that is people were just looking to get away from all the nonsense going on in the world and in our country right now. And definitely it's a stress reliever. Relax, reflect, think about the things that are really important to you, which is my beautiful bride and my 2 boys and my family, and learning what things are not important in life. So we are here, we have arrived, and I will get final thoughts from Brad and Alex. So this is the end of the trail. So the final thoughts from Brad.
It was awesome. Had a great time. A lot
Great
of fun.
hike.
A lot of fun.
Challenging.
Crazy weather.
I concur.
Crazy weather, crazy conditions at times, but you know, we got the white. You know, we've been here a few times, but we get to hike a couple new trails, and that was cool as hell too.
And I'll tell you what, if you're coming to Dolly Sods for the first time, I would highly recommend come with someone that's been here before. It's going to help out tremendously, especially with knowing, like, you know, obviously I have some limitations, so these guys knew what trails to take, and there was one we were going to take, and they decided, hey, let's not torture Jeff anymore, and we'll do that next time. All right, so awesome trip. 1 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 10. This is probably the hardest trail I've ever hiked, but some of the most beautiful scenery, and nothing better than hanging out with 2 cool guys like yourself.
Cool. Same.
This is Jeff with the Common Sense Camper, camping out.